ever forgive you for this.
We might have a lead on what happened to Lily.
We feel like we should check it out.
Yeah, of course. Do whatever it takes to keep the family safe.
So Matt Clark is free.
Just disappeared. Once he was released, he took off.
That means he could be anywhere. He could be on this ranch. How is this happening again?
The Young and the Restless. YNR. Spoilers for the week of May 18th to 22nd reveal that some relationship shakeups are brewing along with some disturbing risks and escalating drama, so here's what YNR fans can expect. For starters, Claire Newman, Haley Aaron, and Holden Novak's Nathan Owens' time in New York will pull them even closer. Holden and Claire's romance will shift into deeper territory, so they might hit the sheets and embrace a real opportunity as a couple. As for Malcolm Winters' Shamar Moore, his life-saving treatment will move forward thanks to Kane Ashby's Billy Flynn bone marrow donation. Malcolm will soon be on the road to recovery, so Lily Winters' Crystal Khalil will be incredibly grateful to Kane. Of course, that'll strengthen Kane and Lily's connection despite Devin Winters' Brighton James complaints. Devin doesn't want Lily to head down the same path to heartache, but she's free to see the good in Kane and reunite with him if she wants to. In the meantime, Devin will have to decide if he's going to take Lily's advice and go see Mariah Copeland, Cameron Grimes, at her psychiatric facility. Will Abby Winters, Melissa Ordway, agree that it's a positive plan or sound the alarm? If Devin visits Mariah and unleashes his anger on her, it could cause a huge mental health setback. No matter how angry Devin might be over Mariah not getting punished, ruining Mariah's chance to get better isn't going to help anyone, especially not Dominic Winters, Ethan Ray Clark. Abby may push Devin to keep that in mind and control his temper if he actually plans to arrange a Mariah visit. Over with Nick Newman, Joshua Morrow. It looks like he may spin out on drugs again after turning to a dealer for help. Does Nick need a full-blown intervention with all his loved ones present to get through to him? Whatever the case, Nikki Newman, Melody Thomas Scott, may think Nick needs a more intensive rehab program than the outpatient plan that Sharon Newman, Sharon Case, has suggested. As for the whole Matt Clark, Roger Howarth situation, Victor Newman, Eric Braden, and Adam Newman, Mark Grossman, will try to make sure Nick doesn't ruin things or land himself in prison. Why on earth does Nick keep insisting he should be the one to take Matt down when he's already failed so many times? Nick is dealing with drug problems anyway and really needs to focus on himself at the moment. That said, it could be tough to get Nick to back off since he's so fixated on Matt's deadly downfall. Nick wants to kill Matt and claims self-defense with the help of Detective James Burrows, Matt Cohen, false testimony, but Burrow may have an alternative solution. Finally, Jack Abbott's Peter Bergman plot to use troublemaker Patty Williams' Stacey Hayduke against Victor could come with some curveballs, so stay tuned to see if danger might be brewing for Nikki, Diane Jenkins Abbott, Susan Walters, or both. The Young and the Restless spoilers say the week of May 18th to 22nd will bring some shocking news and pivotal scenes, so stay tuned. The Young and the Restless, YNR, spoilers imply that Phyllis Summers' Michelle Stafford could hand over her new friend, Matt Clark, Roger Howarth, to the Newman family. During the Thursday, May 7th episode, Phyllis stumbled upon Matt at the GCAC bar. The two had a talk, flirted a tad, and she came to learn that the man was suffering from amnesia. Phyllis has never met Matt Clark, so she genuinely had no idea that he was the vile nemesis of her ex-husband, Nick Newman, Joshua Morrow. Fast forward to the Wednesday, May 13th show, and Phyllis saved her memory-deficient friend when she caught him talking to Patty Williams, Stacey Hayduke, at Crimson. Matt and Phyllis grabbed a table afterward and shared some more flirty moments before he asked the woman for help in finding out who he was. This is when Matt relayed a more than disturbing encounter he had with someone called Noah Newman Lucas Adams, who apparently hates him. Matt also dropped the name Victor Newman Eric Braden, which is when Phyllis had a major light bulb moment. YNR fans could see the wheels turning in Phyllis's mind as she put two and two together and realized that her new friend was indeed the infamous Matt Clark, who has made it his life mission to destroy Nick, Sharon Newman, Sharon Case, and their family. The Young and the Restless spoilers for Thursday, May 14th, suggest that Phyllis will set a trap. Meanwhile, added teasers for Friday, May 15th, indicate that Nick will make a dangerous deal. Phyllis knows how treacherous Matt can be, and she knows the terrible ordeal that he's put Nick through recently and over the years. She does have a heart, but she's also in a predicament to save her own skin. As fans know, in an attempt to snag Newman Enterprises away from Phyllis, Victor created AI-generated proof that she illegally obtained the company, along with Kane Ashby, Billy Flynn. Victoria Newman, Amelia Heinley, took the emails to Christine Romalotti, Laura Lee Bell, and both were arrested last week. Phyllis and Kane could face years in prison, despite the phony evidence that seems far from fake. Could Phyllis hand over Matt to the Newmans with a stipulation to drop the charges? Phyllis would be doing a good deed by handing over the villain to the family, but she'd also want to be compensated for her efforts. Then again, there's always a chance she simply hands over Matt to Nick in hopes that she'll be rewarded for her graciousness. Phyllis is a lot of things, but a monster she's not. Nick is still the father of Summer Newman, last played by Allison Lanier, and she knows that by turning Matt in, she'd not only be protecting him, but their daughter, too. The Young and the Restless spoilers hint that regardless of how Phyllis plays this situation, Matt needs to brace for some hard days ahead in GC, as the confused man is set to face the wrath of past indiscretions, one way or another. The Young and the Restless, YNR, recap for Wednesday, May 13th, reveals that Nick Newman, Joshua Morrow, will insist on being the one to kill Matt Clark, Roger Howarth, and will have a plan that involves recruiting Detective James Burrow, Matt Cohen. At the Newman Ranch, Adam Newman, Mark Grossman, will be suspicious since Nick will suddenly be calmer after a sandwich. Although Adam will worry Nick's using again, Nick will suggest he was just hangry and that he's detoxing. Nick will eventually admit he has a plan to end Matt's life and rope Burrow into testifying it was self-defense. Adam will insist this is a terrible idea that could put Nick behind bars, but he won't be able.